Hello, good morning, Her Empowered Tribe. Welcome back again to my channel. As you can see, my backdrop is a little bit different. I did shift some things in my office just to make a little bit of change. And I think that sometimes when you shift things around, it brightens things up a little bit and, get you feel a little bit more refreshed. Without further ado, today we're going to go into the Book of Awakening. And today's passage is about beholding others. Once for each thing, just once, no more. And we too, just once and never again. But to have been this once completely, even if only once to have been at one with the earth, seems beyond undoing. I was visiting a friend who asked me, how do you prepare for meeting people you respect? How do you know what to ask or say? I never thought about it, but realized with his asking that ever since my cancer experience, I enter every meeting with another being saying to myself, if I only have this time on earth with this person, if I may never see them again, what is it I want or need to ask to know? What is it I want or need to say? I find I come upon others now as if I have just crossed a desert and each of them is an oasis. The truth is that each living spirit we encounter is a depth to gently swim in, a miracle that can quench our thirst. Honoring others in this way has opened me to wisdoms that would otherwise run silent beneath my time on earth. So I really like this passage today. I feel like how many times have we been in a social situation, maybe like a party, or we've been invited somewhere, but then we just feel like really uncomfortable because in the back of our mind, we are wondering like, okay, what are we going to say to these people? I don't feel comfortable. I don't know them. I feel different. A lot of my life, I felt very different, obviously with my different background, coming from a different country and really experiencing like how, people host the party. And it's just a very different etiquette, I would say. And for me, I've always had social anxiety because I feel like I'm different. And what I realized that feeling actually does emit an energy out to other people, especially when you have this vibe that you are unapproachable, not because you intentionally set that intention for yourself, but your body language definitely give people an impression that you don't really want to hang out with them. And as time goes by, as I dive into why I feel different, it is really a false belief. We are really all the same, and we really have value, including yourself and myself, to add to other people. And what is going to help in those situations when you feel like you don't feel comfortable, and so you try to not go, or you feel like you always keep to yourself, is to first set the intention of openness in the mind, openness in the heart. Because when you have that intention, your body language does reflect that intention too as well. And so your body language will be more open to other people. You feel like they will feel like you are more open to listening to what they have to say. For me, I used to be very judgmental, and I'm not going to lie. I judge people by how they look. I judge people by what they say. And I always have an idea of what I perceive them to be. And obviously, this is a very egotistical way of thinking, mindset, beliefs, whatever you want to call it. I think everybody has a lot to offer to other people, and everybody comes with a wealth of life experience that is very different from each other. And now I instead of judging, even though I have this feeling that maybe of uncomfortableness around some people, I look at it a little bit differently. I choose to believe that people are around us are a mirror for ourselves. And when we feel this discomfort inside of ourselves, it's really this person, whoever it is in front of you, mirroring back parts of yourself that you don't like. This goes back to the shadow work that I've talked to you about. So instead of in the past where I would react, or I would shut down, or I would exit, I actually try to dive into those emotions and say, what is it about this person that is reflecting back to me about aspect of myself that I don't like? So you are coming from an observation point of view versus a judgmental point of view. And really, this person didn't do anything wrong. This person, you don't even know anything about them. And so it really is not fair to judge them just based on your first 3 minutes of meeting them. And so with that open intention and with that observation of how you're feeling, then I try to ask them and engage them in asking them some questions about who they are, because we are so quick to judge other people. Unfortunately, this is a very superficial world. Even when you go to interviews, before they find out if you're a hard worker, they go by how you present yourself, appearancely as well as vocally, like how you speak to them, to decide if you are a good fit. But you might be a very hard worker. You might be a very dedicated person, very creative, very good at problem solving. But unfortunately, sometimes you don't have the opportunity to show those aspects of yourself to, who you're trying to present yourself. So I think when you are in the social situations or any situations, even family or friends that you have a relationship with, but you don't quite fancy them because you feel like you guys are two different people from two different worlds, I really would encourage you to take the time to just kind of really self-absorbed and reflect, like, what is it about this person that I don't like? What is our interaction always consist of? And sometimes it just takes some honest conversations to clear the air, because maybe there's some misunderstanding. We like to make up stories in our mind of what things are, when really it's as simple as that. There is just nothing in between. It's just simple conversation that maybe had been misunderstood because you read too much into it. Again, it comes down to like your story that you make up for yourself. And so going into any conversations with an open mind helps you be able to have more fulfilling conversations with others, interactions with others. And I think that being open really help expand your world too, to like, oh, I didn't see that aspect of this person ever before. Just like recently I had a conversation with my mother-in-law. I know that she is on medication for mental health, whatever, but when we interacted and I had an open mind and I was able to really listen to her perspective of what she was going through, it helped me see that she's also human, and she's also struggling, and she's also having her own challenges that she's trying to face. End of the day, we are all growing into our best self, and the only way to do that is to learn from mistakes that we make before, with a new perspective, with a new attitude, coming into the social interaction or any interaction in your life without judgment and without expectation. I think expectation is a big word. We all expect how each other should behave. Just like in my relationship with my husband, I expect him to be A, B, C, D, E, F, G. But end of the day, he is his own person and I am my own person, and I might not have communicated my expectations, and so it's unfair to just think that magically he would know my expectation and then meet my expectations. I think relationship is a give and take. It's 100% and 100%, and it's not like I'm gonna give you how much you're gonna give me. That's more like a transaction and not a relationship, right? We want to have relationships, and relationships means really giving from a good place. Just like yesterday, I was coaching a client of mine who had difficulty setting boundaries with people around her. And I asked her if she had ever communicated what her boundaries are. And she, expressed that she is not comfortable sharing her boundaries. And so I just kind of help her see that, is it fair for you to expect them to be a certain way when you haven't communicated the boundaries, and all these years that you've interacted with them, not once have you mentioned or make them think that you expect otherwise. But I think that the more expectations we have, the more disappointment we have. And I think I'm sure we don't want to have expectation that is, expected of us that we don't know of, that maybe we are careless about unknowingly and unintentionally. So I hope this video serves you in your interaction with your coworkers, with your friends, with your family, with your spouse, with your children. Is first of all, don't judge. Have an open mind and have a pure intent, positive intent, and be open to what they have to say about the situation, and be open into learning who this person is. I've been married to my husband for the past 14 years, and I'm still not done learning about him. And I think that that should be exciting for us to want to go into an interaction curious about the other person, wanting to learn, because you never know what you will learn in return about yourself and about the other person, that would add value to you. Well, I hope this served you, ladies. If you have any questions, I know there's a lot of rambling going on. If you have any questions about the content and what I talked about, what I shared, or you have some input, some comments, some feedback around what you want to see more, or things that you want me to talk about, feel free to comment below. Like, subscribe, share. Her Empowered Life TV is really about women empowerment, and we want to empower each other with tools to live their best life. And if you find yourself benefiting from the value that I've added through the videos, please make sure that you share them, because you might be able to make someone's day because of it. Well, you have a good day, and I hope you set your intentions for the start of the week and have an amazing week and be amazing. Have a good day now. Bye, guys.